and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go! Go to base! Mike, 49. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check! 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 Check, check, check.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Bryant. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Played.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bryant. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. DJ Reader there on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant, he completes it to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And he's got it. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Got it. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Come on. Ready?
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Rock it. Go. Down.
Throwing Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We ain't giving up nothing.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Jones now on 1st and 10. They find some open field here, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw on 2nd down, Bryant, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Bryant. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Shoot.
From the 27, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch it, switch. Hey, stand up.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Duvon Kennard drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. $12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jones. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jones to throw again. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ready, break.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. It's complete to Fuller. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. Go to base. He's coming. He's coming. Coming. Let it go.
On 1st and 10, Bryant lets it go for Nelson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Jones, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Bryant throwing deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Off play action. Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Bryant. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now Jones off the play fake. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jones now on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down, Houston.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Looking to throw, Jones. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. 66,
Back to throw. Bryant looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, no. I seen your text.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
I mean, after a while,
exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
push him back.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
But you literally could have got them.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls.
You better learn how to
lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. To throw on third down, Bryant. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Danny Trevathan, not fast, he's a slower guy.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try it now with Barber. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Jones throwing on first down. Well, this is caught by Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
On first down, Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 4.
I think it was one defense all game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones throwing again. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Break. 56 at the mic. Yo, I know one now. Pick up the ball.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Ready, ready.
Smiley 56. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Hey, my 7.
56. Mike's 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Tony Jefferson, yeah.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Talking about Pan, right?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play callers.
Yo.
And that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
No, he's not.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision
bro,
right
he
now.
Runs, bro, you know what he does? You know how he loses so much? Because he runs one defensive play all game. He runs like mid-blitz all game.
Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And it's going to be another first down as he'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Damn, Mark Andrews just dragged him
and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
I mean, he's all right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's not, he's not bad at all, bro. He's not good, but he's not bad at all. Like, you could deal with him for a season.
Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone.
Are you up now?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Wow.
Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Should I get his linebackers?
Off the play fake. Bryant. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll go out near midfield.
Nigga, I know you didn't ask me if you was sleeping right now. What else would you have been doing?
And a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route.
Go to bed.
Drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Go get the boogers out.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so
I keep
two
going for
remaining
two, Pan.
as they burn one here in this third quarter.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, Bryant trying to lay one up deep.
Thank you,
And
Grant.
he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jones, off play action.
Daniel Jones.
Incomplete.
If you don't hit Miles
Showed
working
off
on
the
that
arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Check. 42's the mark.
Hey, orbit.
I got Miles working, bitch.
Now Jones off the play
93
fake.
now.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches, and he's going to go down.
Sack.
They sack him back at the 42.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do,
It's 3rd and 8.
they did.
You got to punt,
Now a
buddy.
3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Rushers ready? Gonna throw an out route. Ready?
55's mark, guys. 55.
They're going to try and throw.
Oh, wow.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Nah, he threw a slant.
11 yards
He
there
just
and
does
a line
arrows.
first down.
Arrows
This
like-
quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Oh, spinning away. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check. 55.
Bro, you telling me, bro? I dead ass don't want to play this shit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Back to throw. Bryant. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, yo. Go down where?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Bro.
Throwing again. Bryant. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Marvin Hall. Brings up 3rd down and...
Why is there 3 people? Did you post my stream
This
in the
offense
chat?
was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
26.
Operating from the gun. Bryant.
Come on, Grant. Why is there 4 people? You posted this shit. You a
Tried to
bitch.
seek in a deep ball with a clock
Nigga
running
gonna
down,
sit there and lie and
but
say
to no
no.
avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
24.
Yo, what they talking about in the group chat?
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man.
Damn, my league is dying already,
And that'll
man.
make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining.
Bro, I've been
Nah,
fuck you. I texted Pin.
Out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Bro, you're at the same point as you were before, bro. You still having people. You still have to look for people. I texted this nigga Pin, bro. You wanna? I'm about to start my own league. Do you wanna? No, that was this year, man. I texted you.
And
Bro,
what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole?
Nah.
Setting
If we
up
do,
that
I'm gonna just take.
big-time
You said
return,
if we do, I'm gonna just steal all
yardage that
your
we won't
users
even
and bring it
account
to
for
my
in the
league.
box score may help them win the game.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10
that
now
was
from
like
the
2 weeks
30.
ago, bro.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire this thing. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Damn. Come on, just let me throw a
Picked off
touchdown
by
with
Justin
Danny.
Coleman. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now,
Exactly.
it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
For
And they
leagues,
always
that
say
wasn't
the
that
most
long ago.
important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his
why would you
face
post
mask.
it in the
There's
chat,
a lot
bro?
going
Niggas
on in
did
between
that.
the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's
Yeah, I
probably
don't give a fuck
doubting
niggas on my
himself a little
scheme.
bit, wondering
Bitch,
what adjustments
stop.
he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there
played
and
like
dump
4
him for
games
a
in
loss of
Penn
8.
this year.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be
that's
some
cute.
pressure
It's a
coming at you.
mid-blitz.
And you change the blocking
Touchdown.
schemes. Maybe you go to max
Touchdown.
protection.
Throw that mid
And
blitz
he's
again.
in. Touchdown, Houston.
Going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th
Will
on the
Fuller.
year.
Yay, buddy. Yay,
Capitalize on the
buddy.
fumble and turn it into 6.
Alright, if he goes to X, I'm gonna just throw it to circle.
Jones now operating from the gun. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick.
Damn it, bitch!
Out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the Bryant. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bryant, he's going to... This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up...
I can't when my DBs aren't get to the QB fast enough. I'm trying to cheese.
A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Alert 3. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Bryant, he'll get this to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nah, I am doing that shit right. Watch this.
2nd and 3. This is caught.
I don't know how to do that shit. How you run around? I mean, I do know how to do it, but I just couldn't do it.
T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead.
It's all right.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it?
You just got to remember to keep him
every
off.
team
You got
wants
to
to
remember
win
to give him
all
time.
games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Literally first.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
I don't know, like 5 and 5. Titans.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
You're not trying to play me next year? I'm not trying to play nobody in your league next season, bro.
Ready up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the lead obviously late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Bro, what? Bro, Will Fuller got mossed, but he didn't catch that shit. What the fuck I'm gonna do with that shit now?
Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
They said X Factor. I seen that shit said Moss. I was like, ooh, yay.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Stu.
To throw again, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Another nice pickup through the air.
I
think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon.
This nigga Penn's
this
annoying,
league,
bro. Nigga
they're
got
electing
that
to
shit
throw the
on like
football.
zero. That's how niggas be leaving.
Quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yes, that's why niggas be leaving. I told you, this nigga Penn be bugging. Penn be wild.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Bro, we told this nigga Penn to up the XP, and this nigga gonna put it down even more.
Between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that would be okay if it was like the 1980s.
Throwing again. Bryant on the screen. This is Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Nah, I ain't been eating. I've been eating candy.
On 1st and 10, Bryant And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right? Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football.
He fumbled.
The Texans scoop it.
He fumbled. Oh.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get down.
Tell me, Huffle.
70, Indy. 56.
Because you're black.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. The 20. It's complete. Stills. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. Throwing Jones.
Nope.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Yeah, it would be valid. Yo, Aaron Jones is injured. I'm not playing until he's not injured.
They come up in an offset eye. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably want this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And this is Williams on the pitch. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Jamal
Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness it. He takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I mean, my league's going to be a 180. Maybe 200.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Because I like rewarding my niggas.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days.
Just go out the thing,
you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Yo, shut the hell up. Yo, Pam, be quiet.